Greetings, audiophiles and Mass Effect fans. Welcome to my reading of my fanfiction, After the Fall. This is a Mass Effect fanfiction, and as such, most of the characters and the universe belong to BioWare/EA Games. No copyright infringement is intended. However, the scenario and occurrences within this fanfiction are my intellectual property, so if you decide you want to share this with someone, credit me. Please. Part 22. Preparations. Shepard stood before her crew again. She had done this so many times before, so many battles that she had told them would be the last, the end. How could she give them another military pep talk, like she had done on Earth? She had been so certain, or she told herself she was. Now, anything could happen. Anything could go wrong. Perhaps everything already had. Their faces were expectant, eager, and worst of all, full of trust. How could they still trust her after all she had put them through? They all wore their armor, many holding their helmets under their arms in military fashion. Some stood to attention, while others leaned casually against bulkheads. Her crew. This is going to sound incredibly lame, she said. A ripple of confusion and a few chuckles spread around her. This wasn't how her speeches usually began. I just need to tell you that I love you all. Before anyone could scoff or deflect with a joke, she raised her hand. I mean it. I really do. With everything that I have, everything that I am. On Earth, growing up, I never had a family. I never had a home. Even if I tried to find my birth parents now, the likelihood that they're still alive is so slim it wouldn't be worth my searching. But you know what? That doesn't bother me because I have the best, strongest, bravest family in the galaxy. I know we're warriors. Top tier, best of the best. Everyone is expecting us to save the damn day yet again. Well, I have new orders for you. I want you all to come out of this alive. Don't take any more stupid risks. I won't either. I won't allow this family to break again. Her voice was thick with emotion. Her eyes were fierce and dry. Over the comm she could hear Joker sniffle. He was back in the pilot's seat with Edie beside him. We're going into the Citadel. We're going to find that VI shit, and we're going to show it what this family can do. I made a mistake last time. I went alone. Everything, this whole war, has been about the galaxy uniting. Our power is to bring others together. I have always been proud to serve on a ship designed by Turians, engineered by a quarian, staffed by Asari. We helped our people see what a united galaxy can do, and now we're going to show the Reapers. A cheer went up from her crew, fists and helmets raised into the air. Shepard could almost feel the force of their voices. She tucked her own helmet more tightly under her arm, continuing to stand straight and proud. The plan is simple. The Victory Fleet is going to engage the Reapers as much as possible, keep them busy and looking the other way. We should have no reason to return to the Citadel as far as they are concerned. Our unit, she gestured to those gathered before her and herself, will be infiltrating the Citadel. Our goal, to locate the VI and distract it while the geth implement their control plan. Remember, the Reaper ground forces are almost non-existent thanks to their signal. We were able to burn most of the bodies, so the only real challenge will be the Keepers. Shepard is correct, agreed Javik. We successfully burned most, if not all, of the Reaper ground forces on your planet. So the buggers are gonna have to land and walk around if they want to do ground damage, Garrus added, making them more vulnerable to attack from the air. However, Shepard nodded to her mate, because most of their space force is in Sol, relatively intact, the Victory Fleet is going to have one hell of a time out there. Speed will be their best chance. They'll be counting on us to get our mission completed ASAP. Aren't the mass relays working now? Tali asked. Couldn't we call for help from the rest of the galaxy, or retreat ourselves? Shepard shook her head. I've been in contact with Jake. They don't have the forces to help us, and if we retreat, we'll only be leading the Reapers out to them and spreading ourselves too thin. No, the Reapers are here and eager to eliminate our strongest force, the fleet. before they return and mop up what's left of the rest of the galaxy. We're going to take advantage of that. Will the signal the geth send out reach the Reapers outside of the Sol system? Kirrahe questioned. He stood tall and military, his own helmet tucked under his slender arm. Malak stepped forward. We believe it will. Just as the Peacekeeper can communicate with all the Reapers everywhere, so too shall we. We may be able to use the Crucible device as an amplifier as well. At least someone will make use of the damn thing, Caden said, a smile quirking in the corner of his mouth. So once you and the geth have control of the Reapers, you can make them kill themselves? Grunt seemed skeptical. What stops the geth from being on their side again? I heard you were inside the Reapers' brains or something. Who's to say you didn't switch sides? A rumble went up from the crew. It took several stern glares from Shepard to quiet them again. She was about to speak in defense of the geth when he spoke himself. We had anticipated some distrust. This is why I was selected to be the emissary for you. Why the one called Legion sacrificed itself. It did not die. It spread all of the geth units within its platform amongst all of its race, so that we might each understand what it was to be individual. We all share the memories of Legion, but I and a few others have received more than one unit from him. So you're saying you have more of Legion inside you than most of the other geth? Liara folded her arms, but her voice sounded intrigued. That is correct, Liara Tassoni. It is why I am able to refer to myself as I. Many other geth still struggle with the concept. Grunt shifted uneasily. I still don't like it. You don't have to, Shepard said, knowing the Krogan would expect her to be firm. She knew he preferred a command to cajoling. This seemed to satisfy him, and he fell back into line. Does everyone understand the plan? Shepard asked. We'll need to bring our A-game to this fight. Who knows how many Keepers we'll encounter, and what they'll try to do to stop us. We move as a unit. We go in hot and show them why they should never have messed with this cycle. Another cheer went up. Helmets went on. Weapons were checked and rechecked. Shepard strode up to the helm, coming to stand behind Joker, shooting a smile towards Edie. She addressed her pilot. Are you ready for this? Joker's chair pivoted so he faced her. His leg was still splinted and bandaged, but his face was full of a warrior's fire, as her own must have been. Are you kidding, Shepard? I was born for this. I was with you at the beginning, and I'm sure as hell going to be here at the end. Good to hear, she smiled, turning to walk away. Lorelei? Shepard stopped. Joker never used her first name. She turned back around, meeting his eyes with concern. She thought they looked a little blurry. Yes, Jeff? I won't abandon you again, no matter what, all right? Of course, she said, walking back over and squatting in front of his chair. No, I mean it. There was a time when I would have saved the Normandy over you. But you need to know, Commander, if I have to evacuate every member of the crew, I will still limp this ship in and get you, no matter what. I will come for you. His teeth were gritted, and a lone tear traced a path down his face. His eyes were so fierce, Shepard would have believed him if he had claimed he was going to take the Reapers on by himself. On foot. She reached out and took his forearm in a warrior's handshake. I never doubted it. Good. He squeezed her arm, then let go, turning his chair back towards his controls without another word. Shepard wiped a hand across her eyes. She turned and saw Edie watching. She smiled at the robotic woman. You take care of my brother for me. For a moment, Edie seemed about to protest that Joker and Shepard were not related, but her expression cleared and she nodded. It is my honor to do so, Commander. Joker, contact the Victory Fleet. Tell them Alpha Plan is a go. She heard the beep of the comm as she marched back to the galaxy map. Her hands stretched out and her fingertips twitched as she let the galaxy envelop her. She stood waist-deep in swimming stars and planets. With a flick of her hand, she brought the comm up. Are we ready? Are you sure about this, Commander? Hackett's voice was edged with concern. I have never been more sure of anything, sir. This needs to end, and I need to end it. There was a pause, and Shepard suddenly felt like a rookie again, awaiting the approval of her first assignment, her first command. She had to struggle to keep her thoughts from going back to that day when she had let her team die on a cruise. Then Hackett's voice came again. "Godspeed, Lorelei. We're all behind you." Shepard felt herself exhale. "All fleets report when ready." "Human Alliance reporting in." "Turian fleet reporting in." "Asari fleet reporting in." "Omega forces ready and willing." "Quarian migrant fleet reporting in." "Volus bombers reporting in." "Geth forces, we are ready, Shepard Commander." Shepard felt a smile pull at the corners of her mouth. The tiger was free, and she was going to make those that had trapped her pay dearly for their mistake. "All fleets, you know what to do." She felt Joker bring the Normandy's engines to full. They hummed like the breathing of a living thing. Her heart surged to life as well. "Let's get to the Citadel. Joker, punch it." "Yes, ma'am." Joker's voice could be heard without the comm. Shepard felt the slight lurch as her ship broke off from the formation. Their stealth drive activated and they slipped away. Shepard watched the galaxy map, still unable to believe that she was seeing the geth ships moving into formation. Her heart stung with sorrow as she saw how few ships the quarians were able to bring to bear. She had instructed them to have the live ships hang back, but they might not be able to follow those instructions. She watched the Reapers move in to attack the Victory fleet. She had instructed the fleet to move as though they were breaking for a mass relay. It seemed that the Reapers were eagerly falling into the attack. A few remained hovering near Earth. They seemed unsure of whether to land on the planet or go to the aid of their allies against the Victory fleet. Her gaze flicked to the Citadel and her eyebrows came together. There was one Reaper waiting. Did it guess what she was up to? How could it? It should not be able to detect them, especially at this distance. Perhaps Normandy could just slip by. She gnawed her lip. Her instincts set off alarms in her mind. "Joker, go easy." "I see it, Commander." Joker's voice came over her private comm earbud. "I'll give it a wide berth." "Good." Shepard spread her fingers over the map, then clenched her fist, bringing the Citadel into zoomed focus. She watched the Reaper hover motionlessly over their destination. She knew which Reaper it was. She didn't have to get close to know. Her eyes narrowed. It was time.